Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lottie and today we have a 10-minute break, Pilates for desk posture. So whether you're going throughout your day, you're at your desk, you're working hard, sometimes you just need to take those screen breaks, the tech break, and we want to just kind of rebalance out that tech posture. So that's what we're going to do now. So if you've got 10 minutes, let's get on the mat, let's get started. So you don't even need a mat, you can just roll off your desk and come onto the floor. So come into all fours, and we're just gonna find a lovely extension and flexion. We're just gonna get you moving. Just gonna lift the chin, send the tailbone away, open up across the collarbone. We're gonna do a little bit of flexion. Don't worry too much about the flexion, think more about the lower back curving, stretching out, little wiggle. And then let's lengthen back through, find stability through, and lift the chest. So we want to focus on coming back into the space behind you. Drawing the shoulders down, little flexion and rounding. Make sure those knees are lined up. Notice that mine weren't there. And then let's come through. Think about pressing the baby fingers down into the mat. Lift that chest, focus on that beautiful extension. And back, rounding, breathing. Exhale. Focus on that lumbar curve. Let's do one more. Lifting that chest out, collarbone wide, and coming back to a level position. Let's come into a down stretch. So tuck the toes under, pushing back, or push back through those shoulders, open up those hamstrings. We're going to do a little walking through the feet. So one heel down, stretch the calf, press back, and then walk through the other foot. So send the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Take some lovely calming deep breaths. Feel a sense of lift through the center. Push the hands into the mat so you're really opening across the shoulders. One more on each leg. Melt through the heels. Just do what feels good for these 10 minutes. You've got your 10 minutes of movement. Just do what feels nice. Just use me as a guide to help you. So let's come onto our backs. So coming around. And we're going to come into a spine curl, but we're going to do a few windows first of all. Windows. So it's an arm exercise. That's what it is. So just let yourself settle. Let's sink into the pelvis, open across the shoulders. Nice and easy through the jaw. We're going to take our arms. We're going to reach them to the ceiling. So this is the exercise. We're going to bring the elbows to the side, and then we're going to rotate so the palms face up towards the ceiling, and then we're going to reach the arms overhead, and then we're going to reach them back up above the shoulders. So we go down, elbows go to the side, we rotate through the shoulders, we reach them up, let them elevate, so let the shoulders move, don't keep them stuck, and then bring them back. Let's do one more. We go out to the side, open the chest, open it even more, gather the ribs, draw through the center, reach the arms back, and we flow them up. Now let's take them to the side. Let's open them and just let them rest there. So that should feel maybe a little bit tight in the shoulders, but we're opening up. If this is really uncomfortable, just take them into a V, okay? But see if you can get them in this little W position. We're going to do our pelvic cows, our spine cows here. So we're going to mobilize the spine, get our glutes firing up, open across the chest as we roll up. Send the knees forwards, and we're going to roll down one bone at a time. Lengthen the bottom away from the crown of the head. So we're articulating the spine, but also waking up our glutes. We've been sitting on them at our desk all day. So we need to say, hello, glutes, are you still there? Are you going to work? So squeeze them, get them to work, wake them up, roll through that spine. Keep the shoulders open, roll across that chest. Roll it down, keep the neck nice and long. Good job, guys. Let's do one more. We're going to come into a little hamstring stretch. So our hamstrings can get quite tight as well. So we're going to roll it down. Just a nice thing to do in your 10-minute break. So we're going to hold on to the back of the right leg. We're going to just stretch and bend. So moving from the knee joint, wake up that hamstring. See how it's feeling today. Keep the bottom heavy. Stretch and bend. Breathe. Working through the center, so we want to make sure our core is working nicely. And then let's place that foot down and then float the other leg up. Hold on to the back of the leg and stretch and bend. And maybe one feels a little bit tighter than the other. So just ease into it. These 10 minutes just for you. Just see what feels good. Push through the heel. Use that breath. Forget about what's going on at your desk. And just be present on your mat. Opening up that hamstring. Lovely, place that foot all the way down. Good, we're gonna come into thread the needle, so back onto all fours, just roll to the side. And we're gonna take an arm opening as well, so just spin around. Give yourself a little wiggle again, come find that center. We're gonna reach one arm up to the ceiling, push the mat away, open through the chest, and then thread the arm through. Little thread the needle, reach forwards through the crown of your head. Stretching the shoulder. If you feel comfortable to rest, don't usually do that in Pilates, but we're gonna do it because it's okay to rest there for a moment. If we're keeping that lovely alignment, let's do the other side. We reach the arm up. So you're pushing away, you're active through your core. And then you're bringing the back of the hand through, you're threading the needle, the ear comes to the mat, your tailbone reaches up. If you want to rest there, you can for a moment. Keep reaching forwards. And coming back. Let's do one more of those to each side. Now I want you to keep that chest extension, reach open. And thread it through. Breathing out, send the sit bones back. And then we've got the other side, reaching up, 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 up. Find that space, that length, and bring it back through, rotate. Good. And coming back up. So I thought we would get a plank in here because we've got to fire up that core. We've been sitting down all day. So we're going to feel that sense of lift. We're going to do a little rock forwards and back in our plank. So let's step it into a plank position. Press back through the heels. We're going to rock forwards and back. And forwards and back. So it's like good toes, naughty toes. Good toes and naughty toes. Like when you point and flex your foot like this. That's what you're going to do in the plank position. So let's go for another 4. And moving through the shoulders, 3, keep shining the chest forwards, 2, moving through those ankles, last one, and bring those knees down, and sit back on your heels. Lovely work, guys, okay. So hopefully we're already feeling a little bit stretched out, a little bit of work through the body. Let's come into a hip flexor stretch. So just a lovely one to do if you've been in that seated position all day. We're going to come into a hip flexor stretch. So we're going to just step one foot forwards. Make sure we've got lovely tracking, knee, hip, other knee. We've got the hands on the front thigh, push up, and we're going to just tuck the pelvis under and come into a little forwards lunge. And just find that balance. You can move in and out of it a little bit. Try not to collapse through the body. Still think about good alignment. Ease into that hip. You might want to hold it a little bit longer if that feels nice. Deep breaths. And bring it back. Let's change sides. So just be gentle as you change. Other leg comes in front. Make sure you're tracking. You've got that lovely balance. Both hips facing forwards. Lift up, tuck the pelvis under, and just ease into that stretch. Think of the shoulders opening up. So when we think of tech posture, you might just think shoulders back, like, pull your shoulders back, but actually we want to focus more on like how the whole body is moving and integrating. So, the hips, we want to get them feeling nice and open and mobile. We want to make sure our glutes are strong. Our thoracic spine is mobile in all directions. So just thinking about working your body in a really lovely balanced way. So hopefully during this 10 minutes, you do feel like you've had some goodness. Good work, guys. Let's bring that knee back. And let's just come to a seated position, however you feel comfortable, on your knees or in a frog position might feel good. And we're just going to bring our arms up and we're going to do a little dumb waiter. So we're going to open and close. Now if you're I've actually had to work at a desk quite a lot recently. And it's been really good for me to kind of feel that you're in such a fixed position, especially with the mouse kind of here. This arm is just kind of like fixed and you're just doing this all day. And you're not really, opening it up and reaching out. So I've found that it's really important to look after our shoulders if we're sitting at a desk all day, so that they stay healthy, they're not sort of fixed. So lastly, you're going to open, you're going to reach to the side, you're going to soften the elbows a little bit, turn one palm up and one palm down, and then change. Oh, that feels good. I'm kind of working with a little bit of a dodgy shoulder at the moment actually, so this is a really good one for me. And I kind of feel like I don't have as much movement in this right one. This one can kind of go right the way. This one feels a lot more restricted. So just sort of notice, a lot of posture is about awareness. So just kind of noticing, yeah, that feels a bit tight, that feels more mobile. And then you can start to correct it for yourself so you can become your own teacher. So you don't need me anymore. One more to each side, and then we're all done. Good job, guys. Let's float those arms down, come up to standing, or you can stay on your mat for longer if you can. And I will see you again in another routine soon. Thank you so much. Goodbye.